So, episode 21, Traitor. In this episode, Mirage is accused by Cliffjumper of being a traitor and not seeing what he's supposed to see. And in turn, there's like a whole, don't assume, because when you assume, you know what happens. You make an ass out of you and me. So let's start with the episode. So Megatron goes in and he steals these electro shells that are going to provide a lot of electricity for him. And Starscream and Thundercracker are Skywarp. Starscream and Skywarp, these are like trabalenguas. You know what a trabalengua is? It's a tongue twister. So they go in and they're trying to steal the thing, and then Megatron tells them, "Be careful, they're ticklish." The electro cells are ticklish, or are they fragile? Don't touch me, Megatron! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! So then Cliffjumper goes in and he's accusing Mirage right off the bat, and it's like, dude, like, what's your problem? Like, he's like, hey, you didn't see the thing, and they were there, and yeah. So it's like, okay. So I'm confused by Starscream's logic. So Starscream starts experimenting with the electro cells, and in the previous episode with the Dinobots, he's like, no, it's too much. You're destroying the planet. It's like, Starscream, are you a scientist? Are you not a scientist? Are you, like, I'm confused. So then this time Megatron is gonna finish him. this time it's been enough. This time Starscream has crossed the line. Mind you, if you watch the episode, Starscream always he's like tried to destroy Megatron, he's tried to shoot him, he's tried several things to like just remove him out of the picture. But this time, and mind you, this time doesn't really happen because of course he doesn't really destroy him. It's like a parent that goes, you did not clean your room, I'm gonna ground you this time for realsies. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I gotta go to work. Alright, well, next time. The Insecticons come to play. They are, they come into play, so they're coming. I can't say enough about that. I can. Megatron can dish out nitrogen. So Megatron, I guess, is like Ironhide. He can dish out nitrogen. So okay, we'll go with that one. The desire. Oh, so poor Mirage. He has a desire to clear his name. So Mirage, he gets into a fight with Thundercracker. He steals his little insignia thing. Mind you, I'm not quite sure whether he ripped it off and it was metal or it was a fabric. So I'm a little confused because, like, if you see the way it's thrown and the way it floats, it's fabric, but the way he crushes it, it's metal. So I'm confused about the physics of this particular element in the cartoon. So then Cliffjumper becomes judge and jury. He's like, Mirage sucks, and he's doing this. And Mirage, what he's doing is he went to the Insecticons. He stole the energy shot and the energy boxes or whatever. He's going to basically get the Insecticons and Decepticons against each other. So Cliffjumper is seeing all this, and he's thinking, oh no, he's with the Decepticons, so he's gonna kill him. So that's what happened. So then, but Starscream actually saves Mirage by accident, because Starscream shows up and he goes and he tells Cliffjumper, this time is when you really need a friend. And I was like, when you're sad and you're lonely and you need somebody new. I don't know the lyrics, but you know what song I'm talking about. This is basically Much Ado About Nothing. Everybody is like, like this little tiny thing, and they're all reading into it, and it's basically all about reading into things that you don't have no idea what is going on. Mirage becomes a pawn in the whole situation. Bombshell puts a brain shell inside, and he makes them into his own slave. So he fools the Autobots into thinking that this is what that into a trap. So Mirage starts fighting the Autobots, and then Ratchet figures it out. He pulls out the brain shell out of Mirage, and Mirage is like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know what was going on. Cliffjumper realizes that he really was wrong the whole time, and mind you, this whole, like, I don't understand what Cliffjumper's issue is throughout the entire episode. There's really no... Fill me in if they're in the cartoon or in the comic book. There is like a backstory between Cliffjumper and Mirage, but I know that Mirage wants to go to Cybertron really badly. I know that that's been an issue in it. So, and the cerebral shells that Bombshell sometimes shoots are sometimes black and sometimes they're white. So I'm confused what the big difference is. So this is all about jumping to conclusions. The whole morality of this episode is about jumping to conclusions. Megatron, actually, you learn that through talking it out, you end up coming to peace, as Megatron and Bombshell explain. So poor Mirage, he's like at the middle of the whole situation. So then at some point, Optimus goes to go get the electro shells, and then Megatron tries to stop him, and then Ratchet, Cliffjumper, and Mirage are like surrounding Megatron, and I'm thinking to myself, how did they get past all the Decepticons? But okay, we'll just go ahead and accept it. And then so then at the end of the episode, Mirage is sitting there and he's getting fixed, and then Cliffjumper jumps on top of him and he starts wrestling him. He goes, oh, I need my brain worked on too. It's like, can't you just say, I'm sorry? Like, can't you just have a moment and say, listen, I was a total asshole. Like, I thought that you were a traitor and you weren't, and that was totally bad of me. And, so this is also like The Secret, The Secret, how you think things into reality. Cliffjumper believed that Mirage was a traitor, so Bombshell put a brain shell making him into a traitor. Interesting. So there's some stuff going on right there, but be careful what you think, because it just might come true. Be careful what you believe, because it just might be your own reality. Something to think about. What did you think? Did you like this episode? And I'm going to include a little what is it? Quiz time. So, okay, the Seacons. Remember the Seacons? They come in later. I don't know if they actually come in this series. The Seacons. I think they're called Seacons. What do they form into? And are they called Seacons? Let me know, and you just might win a prize. Alright, ciao.